Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski, the founder of the Lawyer's Video Studio, and I'm also a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer. Today's video is a testimonial for Jim Palmer, the newsletter guru. And if you're considering joining a mastermind group, I have to tell you that Jim Palmer's mastermind group is the only one you should be considering. Now, Jim didn't ask me to create this video, but I wanted to create it because I wanted to be able to tell other people how incredible his advice and his wisdom is. And for the longest time, I was looking for the ideal person to join, to be able to mentor me, to help me grow my business. Now, one of the incredible things about Jim is that I first got to know him through his stuff online, through Facebook, as well as his newsletters. And I found that the more and more that I read about him, the more I could identify and realize that he was the perfect person as far as being an incredible information marketer to teach me things that I didn't know. Every month we get a chance to talk to Jim one-on-one in a half-hour coaching call. And here's a perfect example of how Jim was able to help me, because I was preparing a seminar, a presentation, to a large group of attorneys to explain to them the benefits of joining the Lawyer's Video Studio, which is a service that I have for them. And during the course of my discussion with Jim, I was asking him tips on presenting to a large group of people. And off the top of his head, he literally rattled off 25 different tips on how to improve my presentation. And I was furiously writing down each one of the tips. And what was amazing was that only a few days later, I had a chance to present my seminar to these attorneys. And I was fascinated because every one of the tips that Jim told me about worked. And it worked beautifully. So I had a chance to talk to him a few days later. And I told him, I said, I can't believe this stuff works. Because just one of the tips alone was worth its weight in gold. I was able to ask the attorneys to do something during the course of my presentation that I never thought possible. And every single one of the attorneys in this group did exactly what I suggested during the course of the seminar. No, I didn't hypnotize them, I didn't do anything else, but it was a phenomenal response that I got that I would not have known had I not been in Jim's mastermind group. And that's only one example of how he's been able to help me. And I know from listening to what he does for the other members of the group, he's able to help guide them in developing and expanding their business. So I give I give my best recommendation to Jim Palmer. He gets my thumbs up, and I strongly recommend that you join Jim Palmer's mastermind group if there's an opening. There aren't any right now, but for the next year, if you find that there's an opening, I would not only walk, but run as fast as you can to sign up with Jim, the newsletter guru. That's my best advice. I'm Gerry Oginski here in the Lawyer's Video Studio in New York. Thanks for joining me.